before the interruption. What all we have discussed, just let me revise in a short way. So I think last class we have discussed about S transforms and Z transform, and how they are related to the Fourier transform, both in a continuous time as well as in a discrete time. So for a special case of a Laplace transform where real part is equal to 0, the Laplace transform is converted into a continuous time Fourier transform. Similarly, as a transform when radius is equal to 1, it will be converted into discrete time Fourier transform. So these are the special cases of these two transform techniques, and whether it's the Laplace or the transform, the variable s and z both are related to a complex representation. In S, we try to represent rectangular coordinates. The real part is sigma, and imaginary will be the y-axis. Coming to the z domain, z is equal to r into e power j theta. Polar coordinates generally we consider, and we have seen what is region of convergence and all for both the cases Laplace and Z transform. And also we have seen the mapping of S transform to Z transform to make sure that the region of convergence will be mapped from region 1 to region 1, region 2 to region 2, region 3. Like that, the three regions we have divided: left side of the imaginary axis, right side of the imaginary axis, and imaginary axis itself. So what we have seen in the previous class is left side of the imaginary axis will be mapped into inside the unit circle. The right side of the Laplace transform or S domain region will be mapped into outside of unit circle. Imaginary axis will be mapped to the unit circle. That is what we have discussed in the previous class. So to continue with the realization of the FIR and IR filter, we need little knowledge about the properties of the Z transform. So among that, you have 10 to 11 properties, but we are discussing only 3 important properties. One is the linearity, the second one is the time shifting, the third one is the convolution. Coming to the linearity, you can represent the statement something like this: x1 of n has a Z transform x1 of z, x2 of n has a Z transform x2 of z, then the a into x1 of n plus b into x2 of n, the Z transform will be represented by a into x1 of z plus b into x2 of z. So it is like a superposition theorem. Similarly, a time shifting property: x of n is x of z, x of n minus n naught will be z bar minus n naught x of z, which is widely used property in implementation of the IAR and FIR filters. Then convolution property, this is also important. Convolution in time domain is nothing but multiplication in the z domain. So we call x of n convolution with h of n in the time domain might be is equal to, or it will be is equal to multiplication the Z transform x of z and h of z. Now we are trying to take one example of representing time delay representation for Z transform. So n minus n naught is represented by, as per the property, z power minus n naught x of z. If x of n minus 1 is considered, then its corresponding Z transform is z inverse x of z. Then we are taking an example of a block which they call delay element, for which x of n is an input, then output will be x of n minus 1. It indicates that you are applying the input at t is equal to 0, but output is going to be available at t is equal to 1. So there is a delay of 1 second. So here the delay element is generally considered as a LTI system. So every LTI system is represented by 3 notations. In time domain, it is an impulse response in the time domain, which is called h of n. Or it could be a difference equation represented by y of n is equal to x of n plus x of n minus 1. So in general, you can say that output will be a function of current input, past inputs. It could be a past outputs also, even though I have not mentioned in this example, but it is possible. Even past outputs also you can write. The third way of representing a LTI system is the transfer function, which is represented by h of z, which is equal to y of z by x of z. Then comes the FIR and IAR. With respect to the structures, FIR is considered as a non-recursive structure, and IAR is considered as a recursive structure. So to indicate in a mathematical format for the non-recursive structures, we can write the output is a function of current input and past input. So this is one of the example where y of n is equal to x of n plus 2 into x of n minus 1. So x of n is the current input and x of n minus 1 will be the past inputs. Same thing, if you wanted to generalize for an equation to represent a discrete structure, it can be mentioned as y of n is equal to k is equal to 0 to capital N, then ak into x of n minus k plus k equal to 1 to m bk into y of n minus k. So if you try to look carefully, so the output will be a function of current input in the first summation when k is equal to 0, past inputs for remaining values of k in the first summation, the past outputs for the second summation k is equal to 1 to m bk y of n minus k. So I think all these three parameters can be mentioned by using this equation. So in this equation, if bk is equal to 0, there is no output is fed back to the input, so you can consider it is a FIR filter. You can see FIR structure. If you expand also, you can see you are going to get a current input and past inputs. So here one example is given, y of n is equal to x of n plus 3 into x of n minus 2 plus y of n minus 1. As I mentioned that for representation of LTI system, if one form of representation is given, other two forms of representation can be derived. So here the difference equation format is given. You are trying to calculate as is the transfer function h of z. To get that, simply we are following that y of n z transform is the y of z, x of n is an x of z, 3 into x of n minus 2 will be 3 into z power minus 2 x of z, and y of n minus minus 1 can be written as z inverse y of z. Because this equation has got both y of z and x of z, to get the transfer function, it should be ratio of the output z transform by the input z transform. So to make sure that to get that particular ratio, you try to separate y terms and x terms in terms of the z transform. So z inverse y of z, you can bring it to the left hand side, so it becomes 1 minus z inverse. And if you take x of z common towards the right hand side, it will be 1 plus 3 into z power minus 2. Finally, h of z is going to be obtained like y of z by x of z is equal to 1 plus 3 z power minus 2 by 1 minus z inverse. Even though I did not discuss inverse z transform, but you can say that by applying the inverse z transform, h of z, you can calculate the h of n by performing the inverse z transform. So I'm just rewriting the FIR structure and IAR structure. FIR will be represented by only one summation with k is equal to 0 indicates current input, k equal to 1 to n indicates the past inputs. Coming to the IAR, it must be two summations. One is going to represent current input and past input, and it's the past output, the second summation. Coming to the realization part of your second unit, so I'm trying to take that part. So realization is all about the implementation of the system, so you can call practical implementation. So basic components or basic building blocks required to implement any digital system. So here we are trying to mention, to implement or realize any digital system, the following basic building blocks are used. So before I write the building blocks straight away, let me write the recursive structure, which is given by k is equal to 0 to n ak x of n minus k, then k is equal to 1 to m bk x of n y minus k, y n minus k. If I'm trying to expand at least few, okay, otherwise not a problem, I'll just try to write all a1 x of n minus 1. It goes on up to how many terms? For the last term for the a?
This one.
N, isn't it? Plus b1 y of n minus 1 plus b2 y of n minus 2. It goes on. What is the last term for this one? B?
M.
Respond. M. Y of n minus 1. Okay. So generally m should be greater than n to make it stable. Okay, stable system. Generally, okay, m should be greater than n. But implementation point of view, it could be anyway, but generally I consider m equal to n or m equal to greater than anything is okay, or simply you can write this way. Fine. So can you tell me what all operations are involved in this one? So what do you need to have a0 into x of n? What type of operation is performed here? Mathematical operation.
Sir, one thing, sir, like you have told that this is a non-recursive system, IIR. So
it is recursive.
Why we are taking the BK term?
It is recursive. IIR I have written here, no? I'm just giving a recursive. I'm not explaining FIR or IIR. To write a basic building blocks, I'm taking an example of a recursive structure which is an IIR. Okay?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
M terms are like they are outputs of the initial one, no, sir? Like n terms.
No, not the previous outputs, I should say.
Previous, sir. How how could outputs will be greater than or equal to inputs, sir?
No, it is not like that. Need not to be, I'm telling again. Need not to be. Mostly the order of the denominator is expected to be more than the order of the denominator. That is what I say generally. It's something like, I'll tell you, you are trying to, I don't know whether any mechanical systems, right, in the laboratories or any research laboratory, is there any need that today you wanted to give some input? It all depends on the response, what you have obtained maybe yesterday or maybe 2 days back or maybe 3 days back. Nobody knows, right? What I mean to say is, sometimes only 5 days back input only will help me to give what today. It's something like doctor will try to change your medicines based on the response of the previous medicines. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
So it could be, it all depends on the doctor, right, or type of disease or type of problem a patient is facing. What happened is, maybe 5 days back is a reference for me to give the medicine, what is expected to give today, or else it could be 3 days back, or it could be 2 days back, or it could be yesterday's. Anything is okay. Generally, there is a course, isn't it? For any kind of treatment, certain tablets needs to be followed for, even though the you will feel comfortable, the problem is not there, but still you have to continue the course, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you cannot say outputs will be more than inputs. It generally does. That way you should not think. I'll tell you the other way. Suppose I have a0 into x of n plus a1 into x of n minus 1 plus maybe b3 into y of n minus 3. How many outputs I'm taking here? Only one output, isn't it? That too 3 clock cycles backward, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Need not to be n minus 1 should be present, n minus 2 must be present, n minus 1, n minus 2 may not present, directly n minus 3 only present. Okay, only one previous output I'm considering, y of n minus 3, and current input and past 2 inputs. Can I write that way? Certainly it is possible. It all depends on which clock cycle you are considering. Okay, generally the past output response is generally important. Actually, you take anywhere, based on the past output only, your current input you are trying to apply, isn't it?
Yes,
Number
sir.
of inputs are lesser than the number of previous output dependency, I should say. It is something like you are riding a bike, suppose. You know that based on if you take a new your friend's vehicle you are taking, which you have no idea about how fast a pickup is available, and whereas you have your own vehicle, you have an idea about acceleration. The moment you give the acceleration, you can pick up the speed. And don't you think you will ask your friend, or you ride today and tomorrow again you are getting the same requirement of taking the bike of your friend? Then the way you drive the day one, the second day you drive, there will be some difference you find or not?
Yes, sir.
Because your inputs are different. First day you have no idea at all. So by the time you have an experience of driving a bike, you come to know this condition of how the bike is. Next day, same bike, if you are going to drive, definitely is it not a better way of applying the inputs than the first day?
Yes, sir.
Same thing actually. Only thing is here I cannot. That is easy to understand the example what I have taken, but similar kind of things are even expected in the digital systems also based on the clock cycles. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just I'm asking, if y of n you take to get a0 into x of n, what type of mathematical operation you see there?
Linear.
Linear means you need I'm talking about the mathematical operation.
Like multiplication.
Multiplication, correct? You need a multiplier. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Then first product and second product, I wanted to add. What is needed?
Addition.
Adder is required, isn't it? Then x of n is directly you give input, but you want x of n minus 1. So don't you think you need a memory device to store the previous input?
Yes, sir.
Can I say delay element?
Yes, sir.
I want 3 basic, these are called basic building blocks for a digital system. basic. And other than these three, anything you find in the given this one? Other than these three, any other
No, sir.
operation you are able to see? Because you can ask, sir, y of x minus 2. It is nothing but two delay elements, isn't it? Can I write this way? Cascading is nothing but what? Cascading is nothing but when two devices are cascaded, if it is in time domain, if it is x1,
Multiplied.
yeah, h1 of n and h2 of n, in the time domain they are convolution, but in the transfer function or z domain they are
Mul-
multiplied, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So then can I say that y of n will be z power minus 2 into x of z? Sorry, y of z. Can I say this way? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You forget about this. X of n will be x of z. Z inverse into z inverse, z power minus 2. So z power minus 2 into input will be your output, isn't it? If you apply the inverse Z transform, it will become correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So ultimately basic building block is one only, not two. Correct or not? Okay, fine. So these are the basic building blocks which are expected. Now coming to the implementation, there are some methods are there. The methods are given as direct form 1, direct form 2, third one is a direct form, not direct form, parallel form. Fourth one is called cascaded form. There are some more are there, but I'm just restricting my discussion onto these four different techniques of realization. So first one I'm just talking about the direct form one, and remaining three I think I'll discuss tomorrow. Only one I can complete within 10 to 15 minutes. So let me have a direct form one first. Direct form one. So what it says that you start with your basic, assuming that this is your FIR filter represented by h of n. Output is y of n and input is x of n. Then if you try to find an output, it will be x of n in convolution with h of n. I think this is very simple system. Agree or not?
Yes,
It's
sir.
a common notation of any signal system actually to representation. Now what I am doing is I'll take IR equation again first. What IR equation says? Y of n is equal to, yeah, you can tell me. I will write that. Repeat. You tell me. I'll write here. Difference equation for the IAR generalized notation. From where to where I should write? K equal to 0 to
M.
N
m. We'll take m this side. AK x of n minus k plus
Summation
sigma
K
k
equals to 1 to N.
1 to n
bk
Bk
m minus k.
y of n minus k, isn't it? Okay. If I apply z transform to above equation, what is the expression? Y of z is equal to summation k is equal to 0 to m ak into what is the transform of x of n minus k?
Z power
Z
minus
power
K.
minus k
Hmm.
to x of n. X of
X of z
z.
plus k is equal to 1 to n bk, then again that part
Minus k.
y of z, isn't it? Then what is the transfer function? Yes or no?
Y by x.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is y of z by x of z now?
Summation of k equal to 0
Yeah, k equal to 0
to
to
m
m
by 1 minus summation of
yes or no?
sir.
Now, if you expand in general, okay, it is an h of z. Generally, if any z transfer function is given, it will be given something like this. I'm giving some random example. Is it not following the above equation?
Yes, sir.
So here, generally, when you get this one, a polynomial in the z domain in the numerator, a polynomial in the z domain in the denominator. Can I write this way?
Yes, sir.
For a given transfer function, h of z will become 0 when n of z becomes 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, h of z becomes infinity when d of z becomes
0.
0, isn't it? So here, the values of z for which n of z becomes 0 are called zeros of a function, zeros of a function h of z. Is it clear? Every transfer function in the z domain has the definition called zeros of a function, means roots of the numerator. Can I say roots of numerator? Can I say this way?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, the values of z, here I am talking about the values of z for which d of z becomes 0 and h of z becomes what? Infinity, are called poles of a function. Poles of a function h of z. So poles is nothing but
Roots of denominator.
roots of denominator. Very good. So these things are important to understand. Okay, fine. Now I'm trying to represent my overall transfer function of your IAR structure, which is given as ak into z power minus k divided by 1 minus bk into z power minus k, where here k is equal to 1 to n, here k is equal to 0 to m, isn't it? Can I say that I will write into two formats. K is equal to 0 to m ak z power minus k into 1 by 1 minus k is equal to 1 to n bk. Can I write this way? Those are same or different?
Same.
Same, sir.
Same. I wanted to put in a block diagram point of view. So first block, this is second block. I'm giving this particular term as h1 of z, this particular term as h2 of z. Actually, I want h of z, which is x of n, this is y of n, this is h1 of n, this is h2 of n. In terms of the z domain, x of z, y of z, h1 of z, h2 of z. Can we write this way? Can you write or not?
Yes, sir.
So definition point of view, whenever numerator becomes 0, so h1 of z becomes 0, isn't it?
Yes.
Can I write zeros function? Can I write poles function here? Zeros and poles function, if you multiply, you will get the h of z, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'm giving a names. So I'm just splitting actually. The reason of splitting and all you'll come to know very soon, why we are splitting and writing something like that. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now we wanted to derive the structure. To derive the structure, always you think this particular division into two parts. Maybe this is before this is called part 1. This is a part 2. So we are interested the output of the part 1. Let me have a wn, okay, which is the intermediate output, and final output is y of n. So we are interested only in the first part. I'm redrawing only the part 1, where input is x of n. You have zeros function. Then output will be what? Y of n or w of n, which is right?
W of
Wn, okay. Now, what is zero function? Summation K is equal to 0 to what?
M.
M, right? AK z power minus k, isn't it? So in terms of the z domain, it will be x of z, it will be y of z, correct? Sorry, w of z. Now what is w of z? To calculate the output. Can I write k is equal to 0 to m ak z power minus k into x of z?
Yes, sir.
Simple. Now input will be multiplied with the transform, the transfer function, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Now apply inverse the transform. Apply inverse the transform to above equation. Can you tell me how it is going to come? W of z inverse is Wn, isn't it? K is equal to 0 to m ak z power minus k x of z. Inverse that transform is what?
X minus K.
Very
N
good.
minus K.
Yeah, x of n minus k. If you expand it, Wn is equal to a0 into x of n plus a1 into x of n minus 1 plus you go on up to what is the last term?
M.
M. So before that, just I wanted to mention the basic building blocks what I have written here. Yeah. So multiplier symbolic representation given by this way. Sorry. If x of n is given, wanted to multiply with some a, then it will be a into x of n. Okay, this is symbolic representation. Coming to the adder, you have this one x1 of n, here x2 of n, then your output will be x1 of n plus x2 of n. And coming to the delay element, it will be represented this way. Z inverse, if it is x of n, it will be x of n minus 1. Is a clear symbolic representation? This is multiplier. This is adder. This is delay element. Is it okay? The symbolic. This is important. If you don't know the symbols, then structure realization is tough. Okay.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me go back. Let me go back to here. Now, part 1 only I am interested. This is a dot which is representing x of n. This is the dot which is representing wn. So first we'll start by this one. W of n is equal to what? A into? Can I write this way? It is only a partial output, isn't it? A0 into x of n, W of n, is it full output or only partial output?
Partial.
Partial output, sir.
Yeah, it will become full only when you when you add the remaining terms, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the second term you have?
A1 into Z.
X of n minus. So how can I get x of n minus 1? This point here I need to tap, give it to a z inverse term, then I am going to get x of n minus 1, isn't it? Can I write this way?
Yes, sir.
Again, this point you give it to a one more. What I am going to get?
A2.
Okay. How long I should do this way?
AM.
Okay. So similarly, AM and AM minus 1 like that you add generally, right? Can I add like this? I'm adding last term with the second last, like that, something like this, no? Just a minute. This term and before this term added first. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Again, like that you keep on adding, you'll get this term. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So ultimately, one adder needs only two inputs. Multiple inputs I cannot give it to an adder. That is the reason I'm using multiple adders. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
I hope this is clear now. Part 1 is coming or not? Implemented. This is the basic structure of your part 1. Part 2 yet to complete, right? Part 2, what part 2 says? Wn will be the input. Output is y of n. And what is the block?
Poles.
Poles function. Again, if you in terms of the z transform wz, 1 minus bk z power minus k is equal to 1 to n. Then this is y of z. So what is y of z equation now?
Wn into
Y of z is equal
W of
to
Z into
w of z divided by 1 minus. Can I write this way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then you try to perform cross multiplication. Y of z 1 minus yes or no? Can we write this way?
okay, sir.
Fine. I'm taking the summation term right side. Now I want inverse Z transform. IZT. Apply IZT for the above equation. What do you get? Y of Z become y of n. Wn plus k is equal to 1 to n bk y of
Y of n minus k x of n.
that's it now.
Y of n.
That's it.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, now I'm just into the second part actually. First part I'm not writing. This is a part 1. That we will add whatever we got in the previous case. Yeah, you tell me if I expand this. Y of n is equal to wn plus b1 into y of n minus 1 plus b2 into y of n minus 2. How long?
Bn.
Yeah. So first I want y of n is equal to wn. Wn anyway it is there. I need to add. What I'm supposed to add? Just a small change. I'll take plus here. So what I'm supposed to get second input to the adder? b1 into y of n minus 1. How can I get y of n minus 1?
Z power minus 1.
Can I this way?
Yes, sir.
How long?
N.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Each time is
Finally,
Z
I'll
inverse only,
combine.
sir.
So Z inverse, no, y of n is there. So what do you get here?
Okay, for that y of n minus we need to add the y of n minus 2. It's
Yeah.
only
Right?
minus 1. Okay.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So with this, I think it is over. So let me combine part 1 and part 2, then you will get the overall structure, right or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me complete, then with us we will wind up, okay? So part 1 says you have an input x of n. Can you recollect what is the structure between the wn and x of n? You have a plus here.
A naught.
Yeah, it will be a naught. Then you have a z inverse. Then you have a1. Again
So-
z inverse. I think up to how many times?
AM.
Am, right? So it will go on like this. Yeah, I think this is a part 1, right? So then again it will be continued. You have y of n here. Then you have a z inverse. Then multiply with the b1. How long?
Bn.
This is z power minus n, right? Then it will be bn. I hope you got the final structure.
So Z power minus 1 or Z power minus n, sir? Minus 1, no, sir.
This one, minus 1 only, correct. Minus 1 only. But nth time, isn't it?
Nth time, yes, sir.
Yeah, but
So fine.
why is the direct opposite to the part 1, sir?
Because your structure is that only, no? We took here this one, no? Zeros function
Yeah.
is cascaded with the poles function, isn't it? We are trying to split the output and input, which is a LTI system, into two different blocks. First one is called zeros function, the second is a poles function. Yes or no?
Yeah, okay, sir.
So that is the reason the individually we are trying to find the structure for the implementation. Correct?
Okay, sir.
So I hope this is the final structure implementation for the which form it is? Direct form 1. So ultimately, what is the conclusion for the structure is how many multipliers, how many adders, how many delay elements. If you know this, I think that is the final synthesis of your structure. Can you tell how many multipliers?
M plus n.
Two.
Yeah, adders.
Same m plus 1 adders, sir.
Now, if there are m terms, m minus 1 adders plus.
N minus 1 adders. Okay,
No,
sir.
I think wn here it will be n only. M plus n minus 1 actually. You need extra adder, no?
Yes, sir. In intermediate. Okay, sir.
Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Then delay elements m plus n again. Yes or no? M delay elements towards the part 1 and n delay elements towards the part 2. Correct?
Okay, sir.
So with this, I think I just would like to conclude today's class. We will continue with the direct form 2 in the tomorrow's class. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay. Tomorrow can I take in the morning?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Respond. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So I'll just put this lecture link in the link to you. Go through
And
if at all
form-
any doubts. But
PDF
yeah, tell,
notes.
yeah, PDF also I'll say. Previous
one-
class I have
one-
not shared, right?
Yes,
PDF
notes.
was not shared, sir. PDF was not shared.
Let me first stop recording, then we can